Hello everyone. I'm on my way right now to Kachere. As you know, we have our church and feeding center and entire ministry here. What we are going to do today is see the 6 widows that we help on a regular basis. These are widows from the church. They are extremely poor, and Bibles in James chapter 1 teaches us to take care of the orphans, visit the orphans and visit the widows in their need. And as you know, we feed orphans, but we also take care of the widows. And we've started small, but we've started with the ones in our church. So we're very close. I'll show you guys in a minute. We're taking this food for them, these packages that we have prepared at home. And so we are here, we've arrived. These are the widows. As you can see, they're happy we came. There's just 5 here, but we're having 6. I don't know what the other one is. Anyways, you'll see in a second what we give them and how we give it to them. So here they are. Okay, so here we are inside. These are the packages that we have prepared for them. If you see 5 down there and one that Stanley has opened up here for you guys to see what's inside. So let me just very quickly. So these are buns that they will have in the morning with their tea, and then you have, as I said, candles and matches. There's no electricity here in the village, so this is what they use at night to light the house. Then we've got some. So let's continue with the items here. Non-food items. We've got some soap. This is skin soap, and then over here you see several bars of soap for the clothes. And then here you have petroleum jelly. This is what people use in Malawi to put on their skin after they take a bath to protect from the sun. And then, as far as the food, I already mentioned the buns. We've got some sugar for the tea. Then we have, of course, a little bit of tea itself. And then we've got 2 different types of salt. One being table salt, or the one they use in food and stuff, and this being kitchen salt, which is bigger pieces used for cooking and stuff. So this is the type of help we're giving to the widows here. Yeah, these are poor people here, and I know what we give them there. It's not a whole lot, but it is better than nothing. And yeah, they do appreciate it, and it's a little bit of help every month. Keep them going. These ladies are old, are alone. We got nobody to help them. As you can see, they're unable to till their gardens and harvest anything any year. So most of them they depend on this church, and they depend on the little packages that they receive. So this is my Bauleni, and she'll take us to her house. Her house is close to the church, so that's why I chosen to show her house. Yeah. And we have arrived. This is my Bauleni, or Mrs. Bauleni, and this is her small house right here. Can take you around so you can see unburned bricks, mud, there's mortar, and roof made out of grass, dried grass, and sticks, and plastic bags. And they use, look at this, look, that's a crack in her house right there, and it's dark inside, otherwise we could have seen all the way to the other side. No windows on the side, nice and dark only. As you can see, the wall here is dark. It's because this is the place where she cooks. And here I'll show you guys on the inside her house. Not much to it, I hope you can see. Yeah, that's her house right now. Just a little bit of clothes and some stuff that she's got here, and this is that's all. This is it. That's my Bauleni's house. She's one of the widows in the church. These are some of the orphan kids. They're waiting for 12 o'clock to come for lunch. Now it's 11:30. They're also very close to the church, actually right across the street. I'll show you guys, the church is right there. The feeding center is on its right, and that's my Bauleni's house right there. And this is a house of these orphans. Let's see what they're doing. There you go. She's, I don't know how you call that thing, what she's doing. Making something. And he's eating mango, is it? Hmm? Mango? Yeah, bueno? Hmm? Yeah, bueno? Alright, and these are some other kids here. You can see, sitting down and waiting for lunchtime, huh? Other kids are already there by the feeding center. They're playing, and they're waiting for the food. There's some little kids here. There you go, yeah, saying hi. Yeah, there's some kids there playing. Yeah. Okay, so now we have left Kachere for some time ago, actually. Now we're getting very close to the village of Mpyupyu. This is the next one on our visit today. Here in Mpyupyu, we also have that feeding center where we're taking some pots and pans and tools that they need for the kitchen. And if you remember, we are building a house for a blind man who's also a widower, and for the kids, orphan kids that they're staying with him. We're building their house, and we're also, with the help of someone from Romania, we're preparing packages for them also every single month. You'll see in a minute the distribution of that package and what it contains and how it helps the family. Really, the help that we're doing, even the fact that they've lost their house, even the fact that they've lost their garden and everything they had, all the clothes and everything they used to own. So this help is really, really helpful for them. They are receiving every month food, clothes sometimes, cups and plates and just different things that they need. Here we are. We have arrived in we are in Mpyupyu. We have arrived at the house of the family that we're helping. And here he is, Brother James, old man, blind, and widow. This is Violet, one of the orphan girls that stay with him. I think he's talking about the lack of windows or glasses. There is no windows yet. The guy, the carpenter, did not install them yet. But anyways, for them, we have made a house. This is where the old house used to be, right here. So for them, we've made a house, and this is the family that we're helping every single month. Right now, I'm walking to the place where we have the church. These are the bricks, or what remain of them. These are but these are good bricks. The burnt bricks for the feeding center, or some of them. We'll probably need more. This is in Mpyupyu mountain, or hill. I think it's in Mpyupyu mountain, that was called. And right at the foot of this mountain, we've got Hope Baptist Church, a church that we've built. I think we've started in the beginning of this year, if my memory serves me right. But it's now finished on the outside. It's quite finished on the inside. We're just waiting now for the benches to be done, and the carpenters here are taking their sweet time. But anyways, these are where the kids are eating. So Zikomo. Ziko. Yeah, so some have eaten, some are eating right now. What they have today is the sima, which is cornmeal mush, and some small fish with sauce. So you can see they dip in. See, they dip in and they eat. So that white stuff, that sima, is their staple food, so they always get enough of that. And the ladies here are cleaning the pots. I think they're at the end of the feeding today. So this is the entrance in the church now. As I told you, it's almost finished. It's quite finished on the inside. Yeah, we need the benches, we need the pulpit, and then we'll be able to start using it. But it's much, much better than what it used to be. My visitors that were here before, they probably remember how it was inside. People sitting down on dirt, and now it's cemented, and once they have the benches, they'll be very, very, very happy. Yeah. Hope Baptist Church in the village of Mpyupyu. That's Mpyupyu. There you go, another child came. I'm assuming they're coming from school, and as they come, they're getting served. He just came, it's not a she, he just came, and now one of the cooks gives him, as you can see, some sima and fish and sauce and tomatoes and onions and whatever. It's like a whole salad mixed with a fish. So this is Violet. Now we're going together to the pastor's house, where we will be distributing their items and their food. As I told you, we don't keep them at their house right now because it's not ready and it's not quite safe yet, but as soon as it's finished we will. For now everything stays at the pastor's house, and whatever they need when they need it, they can go and take it. There you go. So James now is getting help to get in my car so that we can go together. The pastor's house is not more than 10 minutes walking distance, I guess, but he's old and we're going there anyways right now. So he's going in the car, and the stuff for them right here in the car. You'll be able to see them more when we're arriving. Yeah, they're not using cars many times, so they don't know how to get in. Alright, so here we are driving to the pastor's house. You can see everybody's behind, waiting for their stuff, for their items. And we have just arrived here, and we'll be back in a second. So we have arrived at the pastor's house. Everybody's sitting down, and Stanley is offloading the goods. Again, all this stuff is for the family. So they're being stored here because their house is not ready, as I already told you. So there you go. This is the inside. This is Pastor Simion. How are you?
I'm fine.
This is Pastor Simion of Hope Baptist Church in Mpyupyu.
Mpyupyu.
Yes. And this is his house. And these are the stuff that we bought for the family. So here is some of the stuff that we bought today for them. And Stan is gonna give them the rest of the money left so they can buy maize. And the pastor is taking the money. He'll go buy the maize and bring it to them. Sometimes maize is cheaper here than in Zomba, other times it's not. So in the work of the Lord there's always problems and difficulties. And this is the pastor telling us how he was attacked and hit, as you can see on top of his head there. He's got stitches. In just a moment I'll have Stanley tell us in English. But for now, just explaining.
Yeah, he said that it happens from the day that he came to our camp there to collect the money for the finishing of the house. He said that when he came from there, he went straight to a carpenter who was supposed to make the doors and the frames for the house of the old man. When he went there, he found that the doors were already done, and he took those frames and the doors to a house that is closer to where the house of this old man is built. So he went straight and he asked the lady who is staying there in that small house that is closer to this man's house. He asked her to say, please, can you keep these doors for tomorrow, because the carpenter is coming tomorrow to fix these doors there at the house. And she think that she refused with the husband, saying that no, you are not going to keep these doors inside our house. You have to pick it at your house or find somewhere else to leave these doors. You're not going to keep them inside the house. So he asked them to say, why are you refusing? Because you were put here to help this old man, because he can't see anything. So you were put here so that whatever is happening here, you have to be the one to help him. Now you are refusing to keep the doors that are supposed to be put in this old man's house. What are you thinking about? They're saying that no, we don't want. Because of what we are not benefiting anything. If anything comes, you are the one who will receive there. So those things were supposed to come straight to us, so that we have to see whatever we want to do with those stuff. So saying that no, there's nothing that you are supposed to be given to you. It's everything when it comes there. This old man and the kids who stayed with him, all of them, they come and they see whatever is given to us and they make sure that those things are given to them. There is no need of giving these things to you. So I think that they were upset and him now, he told him, as a pastor now, he told them to say, okay, please, if there's anything for the old man, the thing that you are keeping inside your house, please just bring those things so that we maybe from today, we have to make sure that everything is put inside his house and he's using. Nobody should tamper with these things. Now it's when now he became angry and he came and grabbed the neck of the pastor and started beating him, and up to the point that he took a piece of timber, the one that he hit him on the head, and he had a big cut there. And the same time he fainted at the same spot. Now there were some people who saw what was happening there, and they leaned towards where this scene was happening, and they found that the conscience of the pastor wasn't that normal, that he couldn't do anything there. So somebody came with a motorbike, and the same guy who said, no, we tried to delay. I think the pastor can die because he's losing a lot of blood. What we have to do is we have to land to the hospital first, then we can sort out whatever is there after we come back from the hospital. So he's saying that he took me using his own motorbike to lash him to the hospital. And when they were there at the hospital, the doctors, they were afraid, looking at the way the pastor was looking, and also looking at the cut that he had on the head. The doctors were saying that no, I think if we just delay to give a treatment here, I think he can die in our hands. So I think that they tried their best to give injection, almost 8 at the same time, 4 this side, 4 the other side, and they tried now to sort. I think as you can see, you have seen there on the head, so that maybe the loss of blood would be reduced a little bit. But they think that they tried the doctors their best, and they were saying that if they see that maybe some things are still going worse, the same night they could send him to Zomba Central Hospital, which is a big hospital in town, so that maybe he can receive the hospital the treatment there. But thank God that they managed to reduce the loss of blood and giving the proper treatment at the same hospital, and he was sent home because I think they don't have beds there, whereby it's a small clinic, so they don't have beds where they could kept there. So they were told to come here at the house in the morning to go back there. So in the morning they went there and they continued giving the treatment. So they saw that no, I think there was a little bit of change from his side. And in the morning, at the same time also, they were given the letter to go to police to report the scene that happened. So this in the morning they went also to the police, and the police, they took the statement and they sent a letter to the guy who did this and him to go to the police. And now the thing that they took him and he spent a night there at the police. The following morning is when now they had like a case whereby now they were asking what exactly happened. And now after the police saw what exactly happened there, they find him guilty of what he did, saying that no, there's no reason of you beating the pastor because of this. It's just a kind of jealousy that they are not happy with what is happening to the old man. They know that they can't afford to do anything, and also it's like they are not benefiting, so whatever. So because of that, it's like just a jealous, and it seems like there's a group of them, I think part of maybe who stays there whatsoever. So they were looking at what is happening to looking at the house and what is given to the old man. They were just jealousy. So the police, after they find him guilty, they ruled that he was supposed to go to prison to save for some time there at the prison. So the pastor, when he saw that no, he's going to prison to save for some years, he thought it out, saying, I think now even the image of me that as a pastor, it will be like I have sent somebody to prison, although I know that he did something bad to me, but as a pastor, I'm supposed to forgive him. So what he did is, he told the police, no, yeah, I know that he did this because of just being jealous or whatsoever, but as a pastor, I have to show a good example to other people. I have forgiven this guy who did this. Please don't send him to prison to save for some time. Just give him a warning and advice to him that this is not a way of doing things or handling things whatsoever. Because if it would be like he had something else, he could have just approached to me so that we can talk and see what could be the way forward. But what he did is wrong, and you have told him, please just advise him and give him warning, but don't send him to prison, bring him back home. That's so after the pastor said this to the police agreed to what the pastor was saying, because saying that the pastor didn't think that if you send him to police, I think even the image of me, because we know the police here, they are prisons in Malawi, they are not that a place whereby you could say, it's a good place. It's very, very bad the way it's treated there. So that's why he's saying that no, I have forgiven him, please bring him back home. So he was bringing back home, and this is now up to this point. And now from that time is when now the pastor was thinking, maybe now if there's anything that he wants to be given to this old man, I think they should, whenever you come with the stuff, just bring to my house straight first. Then at a certain point we just call this guy to say, come, this is what your stuff is here. But if people sees there are a lot of people here who are suffering, they don't have food, they don't have even this type of pills whatsoever that is given to this old man. So because they saw that now this old man is having something now, although he's old now, so those people, because they can't afford to have those type of stuff, they are jealous now. That's why this thing happens. But he's saying that it's thing that could be handled. It's not something that you could say that it's beyond our control, but it's something that could be controlled. So I think that's what happened really at the time up to this point that he was injured.
Okay, as you probably heard the situation, the pastor wanted to help this family that we're helping. He went to the carpenter, he picked up the doors that they were made for their house, and then he came back over here, and he, being late already in the evening, he wanted to keep the doors at someone's house. That's someone who volunteered to help the old folks, the old man, I'm sorry, and the orphans. So they have volunteers, and now the pastor just went to them and said, look, we have these doors, can you just keep them until tomorrow when the same carpenter will come and fit them in the house? Now that family was extremely jealous and upset and angry, and they said, no way, because we're not benefiting anything, because we don't receive anything, you're the one that receives. And long story short, they attacked him, especially the man attacked him, hit him with a piece of wood, with a piece of timber, hit him on the head. As you saw, he has a big old cut, and he requires some stitches. He was taken to a local clinic, I guess here somewhere close, where they were able to contain the bleeding and basically stop the bleeding. In the work of the Lord, there is always problems, there is always difficulties. The devil is always at work. This pastor, he's obviously pastoring the church. Him and his wife are overseeing the feeding center and the feeding of the kids. They're also very much involved in the way we help the old man and the kids. So they are both, all of them as a family, they are involved in the ministry, and they're helping us a lot. So the devil will go after them. The devil will try to attack them, sadly using people, sometimes even people that are close to them or to the situation. I've encouraged them just a minute ago. I told them that Jesus was beaten, Jesus was ridiculed, Jesus was killed because of who he was. Paul was put in jail, he was in chains, he was beaten, he was persecuted because of working for God. And we as Christians today, in 2015, we should not expect anything less than that. At the same time, I told them that they should stay strong, because God is on their side, and so please pray for them. This is the family, and this is Pastor's house, and they need encouragement right now. They need all the prayers they can get, and I'm sure that they're strong enough, they'll be able to pull through, and they'll continue the work that God has called them. Our church here, Hope Baptist Church, that you saw a minute ago, it's the only evangelical church in the area. And that's a lot, because we're talking about a lot of houses here. And the devil will try to attack that. And who else to go after but the pastor? So keep him in prayer. He's Pastor Simion, and he needs our prayers, and he needs wisdom, he needs strength, and he needs encouragement.